These are crazy times for us. Don't panic despite the steep decline in XRP Ripple's pricing. The Ripple v. SEC trial might end any day now, according to experts and attorneys. It's possible that this is the most bullish indication ever. Some estimate a possible increase of 480,600%. To put it another way, one XRP Ripple coin might cost $100,000. Quite awesome, isn't it? Don't pass up the opportunity to become wealthy. Let's get right to the point without further ado. Disclaimer. The timing of the long-awaited resolution of the legal dispute between Ripple and the SEC could not be more critical. For the future of cryptocurrency regulation in the US, not just for XRP. Following years of back-and-forth litigation, delays, and procedural obstacles, there are indications that Judge Analisa Torres may soon render a decision that might ultimately clarify one of the most significant court decisions in the history of cryptocurrency. A renewed motion under Rule 60 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure was recently filed jointly by the SEC and Ripple. This was not your average filing. The plea to change the court's final ruling was well thought out. The plan aims to lift the long-standing injunction that limited institutional sales of XRPs, restore $75 million to Ripple, and lower the company's initial $125 million fine to $50 million. This motion's careful form sets it apart from the one that was earlier denied on May 15th. It corrects previous procedural errors and shows a calculated agreement between the parties to end the matter. Judge Torres is currently under intense scrutiny from legal experts, many of whom believe her judgment might be made at any time. "I just have a feeling she's going to grant the motion anyway," said XRP community prominent lawyer Bill Morgan, who expressed his conviction that the action has a genuine shot this time. Other people feel the same way. Another legal expert following the case, Fred Rispoli, said, "Although it's not a given, Torres is probably going to rule this week or the following. The judge is not under any strict time constraints to take action before August 15th. However, the court appears to be under increasing pressure to take action based on the legal momentum and the fact that both Ripple and the SEC have put their appeals on hold." The XRP community went crazy after Jack the Rippler tweeted that Judge Torres was prepared to end the Ripple vs. SEC case. Despite being a rumor in theory, it is consistent with the fact that the case is actually nearing its conclusion. Former SEC lawyer Mark Feigl has backed this up by stating that there is no required wait until August 15th and that the court has the authority to make a decision at any time. A significant shift in the SEC's tone occurs at the same time as this legal turning point. "Years of stymied innovation are over," said Michael Atkins, the new chair of the SEC, in a tweet published by Zaif. "There will soon be clear crypto regulations." If true, that statement represents a significant departure from the prior SEC leadership's strong enforcement-first strategy. This has the potential to revolutionize XRP. It looks like the regulatory haze that has long plagued Ripple and its cryptocurrency is finally clearing. In addition to a court ruling, there is a chance for a more comprehensive regulatory overhaul. The XRP community is keeping a careful eye on the price charts in the interim. On June 15th, the market experienced brief increases as hopes for a positive court decision increased. However, volatility never goes away, and a quick correction could result from any postponement or rejection of the motion. Nonetheless, there is a general feeling of optimism. This isn't just about Ripple, as Lord XRP so eloquently stated. This relates to cryptocurrency's future in the United States. That is the case's true weight. Its effects will extend well beyond a particular business or token. Even if Judge Torres accepts the request, a multi-year legal drama will not end. For XRP, it will signal the start of a new age in which it may freely operate in American markets without worrying about compliance. The punishment would be changed, the appeals would be rejected, and Ripple would be free to start selling institutionally again. For a lot of builders and investors, however, that would be the much-needed approval they had been anticipating. But the cryptocurrency community waits for the decision to be made. The course of events in the coming days may determine XRP's future and the direction of future U.S. policy on cryptocurrency innovation. Isn't that interesting? This is where things get crazy, though. Legal professionals and industry analysts predict that XRP will not only climb, but may even blow up when Ripple wins this battle. We're discussing a possible breakout that might completely change the cryptocurrency market. And believe me, you will be astounded by some of these pricing projections. Remy Relief, an XRP supporter, claims that this is more than simply conjecture. It's a prophecy. Remy presented a daring thesis in a string of tweets that have drawn a lot of attention. XRP is more than just a cryptocurrency. It is the foundation of a future financial system that may be connected to the Federal Reserve's actual infrastructure. Crazy? Perhaps. More fascinating, though, is how Remy links political changes, institutional actions, and historical hints to bolster his claim. He cites the 1992 film Sneakers as an example, in which the name XRP262 is embedded in the code of a fictional Federal Reserve transfer node that appears on screen. The symbolism is sufficient to get the XRP community excited, despite the fact that it is obviously accidental and unrelated to contemporary crypto. Remy says, "They told us back in 1992, sharing screenshots from the movie that have gone viral among XRP fans." Remy doesn't stop there, though. Congressman Thomas Massey's recent attempt to destroy the Federal Reserve, in his opinion, is more than just political theater. It's an indication. According to him, the existing monetary system is being disassembled piece by piece to make room for an alternative powered by distributed ledgers. He refers to XRP as one of the Fantastic Four, which are three tokens, XLM, HBAR, and XDC, that will support a redesigned global economy. Additionally, he contends that XRP won't be worth a few dollars under that new arrangement. Each token can be worth $10,000 or even $100,000. Naturally, many financial analysts find such numbers to be almost fantastical. Here's the thing, though. Regardless of whether XRP reaches those incredible price points, these predictions' fervor is indicative of a larger change in attitude. Not everyone is investing in XRP. They have a full-scale financial revolution in mind. This sentiment was aptly expressed by John Squire. You can resist it. You have the option to deny it. However, the XRP wave is unavoidable and is approaching. Many believe that structural readiness, rather than only speculation, is driving that wave. There is an increasing sense that the obstacles are being removed as the SEC litigation draws to a close, and pro-crypto figures like Michael Atkins promise to clarify up legal ambiguity. This is the start of alt season, according to even more general market voices like Amonix. The new normal will be daily 5% increases. Are you prepared? He goes much farther in a subsequent tweet. XRP will create millionaires in the next 90 days. It's more than just hype. It represents an environment that has been suppressed for years and is now coiled like a spring. Remember, nevertheless, that volatility affects both parties. While predictions of $100,000 XRP are exciting, they also highlight the very speculative nature of this market. Even a small portion of Remy's vision might represent a shift in generational ownership, even though it may never come to that extent. Naturally, we also have to discuss the XRP Ripple collaborations. Our cherished cryptocurrency is subtly integrating itself into the foundation of the world financial system behind the scenes. Now, not tomorrow. Ripple's network, which includes governments and banks, is growing more quickly than most people think. What will happen next? You'll be blown away by it. For Ripple and its XRP ecosystem, the recent momentum behind the Genius Act is a game changer, putting the business in a highly advantageous position to transform international payments.